Hi, this is Vince again. I'm up in my my sewing hobby studio. It's more than sewing, but anyway, I just acquired this Janome Model 8077, and I wanted something a little bit simpler than my other Janome that I keep over here. That's a few steps up. If you care to, here's something I would recommend. It is not a necessity, but I would recommend this. When I retired last year, I needed some needles to repair something, so I went into like a fabric shop, and I just happened to pass that fabric, so I went in and I looked for the certain needles, and they had sewing machines there. So I said to the woman, I said, you know, I just retired. I always loved sewing machines. I never really had one. My mother always had them. Now here's a good tool. Okay, what you just saw is the improper way to use this tool. The blade should have been against a straight edge. I was trying to use this way, but this is really the way it's used. And they sell things that are thinner, of course. See, that's the proper way. You see what happened? You see the black mark? That's because I was trying to do it like this, you know, and I'm rubbing the black paint, and the wheel's not even touching. But the purpose of this is to go through a lot of fabric. You could make several things with one cut if you wanted to make a few different things. Yeah, I'm just going to demonstrate you know, making a simple blanket. And this particular this particular flannel is for baby blankets. This fleece, very nice. All right, let me get back to the setting the machine up. Anyway, here's the box. These machines today have so many functions. So many functions. See? All right. And then I have some of these distinctive brand attachments that I'm sort of excited about using. Oh, I'm trying to find a little name tag I had. Oh, here it is. Yeah, right. All my machines I buy, except the vintage, I buy from Mr. Vac, his name is Joe, and Mrs. So, that's Lisa. I highly recommend them because they're personable, they're people, they're real people, they're family members. They understand. A lot of times people buy machines once in a lifetime, so you know you want to get something nice, and they might ask you what do you want to do with it, and so forth, so on. And this particular machine, I would recommend this. You put the bobbin there, you take the thread, you have the little instructions over here on the top, and you put the thread around this little button here so it's engaged in the groove. You bring the thread inside the bobbin up through the hole, and then you bring the bobbin to the right, and you'll get SP showing on the display. In my video camera it's blinking because of the frequency, but actually it's not. And then the next step would be you step on the foot pedal that I have hooked up. And when you get several layers, like I have right there, you got several layers, you clip the thread. Okay, let me continue. Alright, I've got the bobbin in place. It just slips in. You follow the instruction on the plastic. It unwinds counterclockwise, goes into a little slot in the picture, and it's also on the machine, and you bring it around the slot until it exits the slot, and then you pull the tail of it directly out the back of the machine. Don't get it caught in the hinge of the plastic, and put the plastic in place. All right, I threaded the machine like it shows, and I brought it down through the holder above the needle, and now I'm going to use the automatic threader. I bring this into position behind this little notch over here. This is my method. And then I pull it like this, and it should catch a little hook that went through the needle eye, and then you'll let it snap up. Okay? And it went right in. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip that little fuzz that I got there. Now it's pulling through nice because I have the foot up. All right, now the thread goes through the hole and to the back, and both threads then go back out the back of the machine, and you're ready to put your fabric underneath and do your first stitch. All right, look how easy it is to change the presser foot on this machine. You bring the presser foot up, this black button in the back. You just press it, and the pressure foot comes off, just like that. Change the foot, put it into position towards the front with the pin. There's a little pin there, towards the front, and you'll lower this until it snaps into position. You'll hear it snap, and of course it'll be attached like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring this stitch close to the edge. I put this sort of like a satin type of edging. Alright, when it comes to threading the machine, here's the way. You have a button here, an arrow up, arrow down. Down, up. And when it's up, the oscillating hook comes up. Now I got the pressure foot up that loosens the discs for the thread. I'm bringing the thread around, down number 1, up number 2, 3. It catches this and it goes into a little notch. All right, 4, come down to 4, go behind the little hook above the needle. All right, bring down your auto threader, and this jumped out. Make sure that's in. That could give you sort of a backlash when you're sewing. And all right, I did it just by putting the thread in the eye that time, and it worked. All right, underneath with this. All right, bring this back right about here, say. Now this has back stitch feature, so you know there's a lever that on the front of the machine. You could bring it to the middle towards the end. It makes the machine slow. Yeah, slow down. You got more control. All right, let me go forward. And let me go back a couple of stitches. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I did a back stitch. All right, so now I'm about 3/16 off the edge. Try to keep it as level as possible, and go right to the end of the fabric. Okay, go end of the fabric. Now at this point, I got to take this out of the machine. So you could, if you want, do a back stitch. Hold the back stitch button and just press. Okay, a couple of back stitches. And now I'm bringing the needle up. I mean, not the needle, but the needle is up. I'm bringing this out and I'm clipping it with the built-in clipper. Beautiful. And I'm taking the 2 pins out. It's not smart to put them in your mouth like my mother used to do, but leave that up to you. All right. This is longer on one side than the other. You might not be able to see it, but it is. And the purpose of that is so that when you're sewing close to the edge, you're going to get the other side. Who knew that? I know when I first did it, you know, being a retired aircraft technician, hey, and we had to learn to sew, believe it or not, to be aircraft mechanics, because some of the aircraft flying today still have fabric covering the flight controls and the wings. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this over. I really should use pins. I really should be doing this on a table. The other thing, in fact, let me shut the camera off and do it on a table. Okay. I just made an end on it. Turned the corner. See, I put the blanket in this way. You do a couple of back stitches over here. What happened? Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh boy, am I stupid. Alright. I was holding the start-stop button down. Who knew that? You know why? I did that without looking. You know? Alright, the fact that that didn't come good, and it wouldn't hurt, just run another stitch. See? Just run another stitch. And you got a chance to line this up too. Chances. You got more chances. I'll give you a chance. Alright. Put this over here. And then what I'm going to do, here's the button to go backwards. I'm going to put a couple of stitches forward. a couple of back stitch. It's always smart to do back stitch. Alright, try to keep this aligned. And then when I get to the end, I'm going to do a back stitch. Oh, I did the same thing. It's great to be human. Alright, now, I'll show you. It's always good to have a good scissor. Even if it's an old scissor, it's something maybe your mom had or your dad, you can get them sharpened. Some of the old ones are very good. I happen to buy very good scissors. Ginger, if I'm saying it right, G-I-N-G-H-E-R, it's German. Alright, now, this you do not have to do. I do this because I worked on airplanes, and I like the safety things. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go this way with it, and then I'm going to go back. Back a little bit. Okay, 1, 2, this way. Back, 1, 1, 2. Okay, that's all. That's me. See, the other thing, the back stitch, when you cut like this, like I just did, the back stitch gives you extra support. All right, that's the end of a baby blanket. So now you got to make sure this is the long side. All right, this approaches 2. All right, just say 15/16. This is say 14/16. All right, so the other side's longer. So this why you'd want to put this right here, and you could start right in the middle, bring this down, and go forward a bit, and then go back a couple of stitches. 1, 2, back, 1, 2. Okay, now. Watch your pins. Where did my ruler disappear to? Okay. 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 Clip, clip. All right. To do this freehand might be sloppy. See, I don't even have enough room on the table in front of me to do this properly. And you'd be disappointed if I screwed up. All right, let me shut the camera off and take it over to my other table. Okay. I did it on the table. I made 2 of the corners. All right, let me run this through. Sometimes if it starts to bunch up a little bit, see if you could level it out a bit. And go back. Okay, bring the needle down. Okay, turn it a little bit. I pressed the wrong button again. Yep, when I was trying to do the back stitch. What's wrong with me? All right, I got to be careful. I'm on the pin with the foot, so I go nice and slow. Back. That time it worked. Hey, Vinny. Right, bring your needle up, pull it out. Alright, nice and neat. I did a back stitch so you can do nice and neat. Okay, you take the pin out, put it by the book. Watch your pins. Okay. I can take this pin out and that pin out, and try not to put them in your mouth. And then I got to shoot down this road over here. See what I did is I doubled up a little bit. Now the fact is, you're putting one over the other, it's not going to totally encompass the one below it. But does it really matter? Alright, now I'm going to bring the foot down. See, I'm on the little pin over there. So, alright, let me do a couple of forward stitch, back stitch. Back stitch. 2, 3. Okay, now go down the road. Here's my roller. Alright, roller, yeah. I'm going to do a back stitch. Yeah, that's how I got it, first shot. Alright, what I could do, put the needle down, bring the foot up, take the pin out, put it in the book. Now, go to the end. Go to the end. Okay. Pen, needles down. Come up this way. Okay. And then I'm going to do a lock stitch. Going forward and a lock stitch. Back. Okay, forward. When I get to the end, I'm going to do a lock stitch. Lock stitch. Okay. Bring the needle up. I'm getting good. Alright, now the other thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to take this pin out too. I'm going to cut this thread off because it gets hairy looking. Alright, this thread too. Bring it threads to the back. Alright, I'm going to put my cross stitch. I didn't put one here. Son of a gun. Don't have to do this, but I do. Alright, I'm going to be prepared to go backwards. Alright, forward, back, forward, back. Okay. Alright. thread to the back. I do a thread. Alright, go across like this. Alright, be prepared to do a back stitch. Hey, nice. Threads to the back. Be neat. Look at this. Sloppy. Look, look, look. Fix, fix. Okay. Thread down. We're going to be prepared to do the back stitch. Okay. Okay, we did a few things. Now, of course, this is too small for anybody, so I can play with it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to change the pressure foot. Yeah, I lost my pressure foots. I'm in trouble. Okay. All right. I'm going to do a. Let me do this F. All right. Calls for an F foot. And what foot do I got here? Press the black button. Okay. This here is an A. It's right in the middle. So I need an F foot. That looks like a nice stitch. Be nice if the bag was bigger, so I can get my fingers in there. This is how you lose stuff, just like this. See? First thing fell. Second thing fell. No. An F. This is an F foot. F. Put it here. Like this. Drop this. It should click. Yep. Okay, that worked. Put the thread through the groove. Okay, put everything back in the bag. That little tiny bag that hardly fits anything. All right. And double check everything that came out of that little bag. You don't want to wind up saying, hey, you know, all right, I got extra thread over here. Everything's in the bag that I took out, but this foot's over there. I'm going to keep it in the book. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this number 25. I gotta see how to do that. Let me turn the camera. I don't know where to miss this. You just hold the button and it skews. I want 25. Ah, I got it. Okay, double check. 25 F foot. See? 25 F foot. And I'm gonna do it on my little do it on my little blanket deal that I made. And I got a half a bob and a thread. If I run out, I run out, right? Alright. This is, you know, let me get some white. I'll get some white fabric. Don't go away. Okay, I got some white fabric, and I just doubled it in half. And let me just bring this and make sure my camera is on my work area. I'm just gonna move this a little bit. This way you can see it coming out. Okay, I'm gonna oh brother, I didn't mean that. My wife's sleeping downstairs, so I don't hear her yelling. Alright, I'm gonna do this over here. Alright, so now, what else do I gotta know? Let me just try it. Alright, I got the accelerator to the floor here. Whoa. Let me bring the speed control to the right. Alright, I'm going to stop it at that point, and I'm going to do a number 30 with the F foot. That's 30, without changing nothing. That's like a snowflake. Now I'm going to do number 27. Same foot. I'm going to do a 23, same foot. So I'm not sure. See, that does sort of short runs of something. That particular one. Huh. Let me go into the middle of the fabric here. Let me do a 29. That's interesting. Okay, 29. Okay, let me cut that off. Take a look now. We'll take a look. Let me get behind the camera here so I can see what you will see. Let's see. I need a good light for this. Better light anyway. It's the other side. Interesting. The other side is interesting. What can I get here? I don't want to blurry this. Don't like blurry stuff. Oh, you see, this is raised. Come on, camera. That's raised. Feel it. And the other side has a different look. Interesting. They're nice. It's a nice feel too. Put that on cuffs, collars. Can make ribbon. That's interesting too. And that's just changing the button number. Now this one here must be. I'd have to read that in the book. It doesn't continue, like it seems to go back and forth. That's sort of a twisted something or other. And that's interesting. Like a wheat, maybe they call that a wheat look. And nice. All right. I think yeah. It's light. It's nice. It's pretty. Has a nice light on it, and you can see with just a couple of foot changes, you see how easy it is to change the foot. And you remember before I told you I wasn't at full speed? Here is a sort of a, whatever you want to call it, but it's a rheostat that allows the foot pedal to function very gently if you have it here. Like when you're not sure, you're working in an area around pins and so forth. You don't want it to overspeed, so nice and slow the needle goes up and down. Then if you're out there in the field, the pins are out of the way and everything, and you want to go crazy, just you put it this way and then you can floor it. You know, as long as you're guiding, you work and so forth. So it's the Janome. Very good company, and Joe and Lisa, they're dealers, very large dealers. They're on the internet. You find them on eBay, and they got, I think, the best prices. Okay, Vince Arcuri, and I thank you for watching. This is one of my hobbies. The only reason I do this, and I enjoy, putting things together, working on airplanes, working on cars, machines. I love machines, and I love people. Thank you for watching. My next video, I'm going to be demonstrating these accessories. This distinctive brand is the brand of Mr. Vac and Mrs. So. It's their personal brand. And this is a ruffler foot, binder foot, edge stitcher, hammer foot. This is the decorative daisy stitch foot with instructions. And I'll be demonstrating this using this machine.